Hello, my name is Elman, and today I'm taking you along on a short 450-mile long flight from Toronto to Boston on Air Canada Express. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. The view from the walkway may suggest that the Pearson Airport is still quiet, but once inside, the airport is actually very busy. This was the line for US security. I was able to use priority security, so I didn't have to wait in that long line. But for the record, after that long line, there was another long line for US pre-clearance, which I had the pleasure of standing in for about an hour. Once I got past the security into the transborder part of Pearson's Terminal 1, the plane, Embraer E175, was already at the correct gate. It was being loaded with food, and about 10 minutes later, the luggages arrived as well. The plane was scheduled to depart at 8:45 in the morning, but it was delayed to 9:30, then to 9:45, and then finally to 10 a.m., all due to crew availability. With a totally unexpected delay from Air Canada, I had ample time to visit a lounge. Transborder part of Terminal 1 has two lounges, Air Canada Maple Leaf Lounge and Plaza Premium Lounge. With my credit card, I had access to Plaza Premium Lounge. This lounge has nice armchairs that I forgot to record, some food, and some free hot and cold drinks. If you consider this food good, you must be trying to justify your credit card's annual fee. I mean, the food was edible and I could have it again, but the cappuccino was straight up bad though. Maybe they need to service their machine or replace it altogether. Still early in the morning, I was feeling a mimosa. However, this lounge charges for it, so I got a free rum and coke and enjoyed the comfortable armchair in the lounge until boarding. Finally, the plane was ready for boarding, so that is what I did. I boarded. After a quick boarding, the plane started taxiing, but the flight attendant found an issue with the door which required a call to maintenance. This took about 20 minutes, but I didn't mind too much because I was able to watch Formula 1. Finally, we were taxiing towards the runway. Here's some footage of it. Air India 777 for flights between Toronto and Delhi, and Emirates A380 for flights between Toronto and Dubai, Air Canada 737 MAX, CRJ 900 being pulled by a tractor, Swoops 737-800. After 12ish minutes of taxiing, waiting in the queue, we were lined up for takeoff. Today, when taking off from Pearson Airport, there was not much to see out of the window as the airport is in the industrial part of the Greater Toronto area. I do have a flight booked out of Billy Bishop Airport, which is minutes away from downtown Toronto. The view should be better when taking off from there, so subscribe if you want to see that flight. The plane is now cruising in the air. Let's look at the seat. This is the preferred seat, 12A, in the first row of economy. Air Canada considers this to be a bulkhead seat, but I don't agree with them since there is no bulkhead in front of me. There is a curtain though. Okay, the legroom. The legroom is enormous. I am 6 foot 2 inches and I struggle to reach the seat in front of me. Compared to the legroom in business class, row 12 in economy has way more space. In terms of width, I was comfortable in my seat and it felt roomier than the 737 MAX I took recently with Air Canada. When flying on Air Canada E175, consider if you want more legroom in the front seat of economy or a business class meal. For me, I just ate on the ground, so I think I prefer the space here. Okay, tray table. In row 12, it's in the armrest. You simply open the armrest and pull it out. I like that there's a rubber grip on the bottom to make it more secure as it rests on the metal armrest. The tray table feels very stable. Quickly about the plane's configuration. In front of me is business class. There are 4 rows and 1-2 configuration, making up 12 seats. The rest of the plane is economy, 16 rows and 2x2 configuration. This means in row 12, seats A and C only have 1 storage pouch and 1 display. I think Air Canada intends for seat A to oversee the display because seat C is cheaper. After about 20 minutes of cruising, economy snack and drink service begins from the first row. I was given 2 biscuits and a choice of a drink. I went for Coke with ice. Since this flight was shorter than 2 hours, there was no food service for economy, not even for purchase. The flight had 2 attendants who were both nice and friendly, one for business and one for economy. Of course I got to go to the washroom with my giant camera. This is the front of the plane lavatory. I don't know if I'm meant to be here, but I am here. The lavatory was clean, it had Vitruvi hand cream and hand wash. I think the size of this washroom is reasonable. This is how high the ceilings were. Again, I'm 6'2" and my head was touching the ceiling, but I don't consider this an issue though. It is what it is. What legitimately got me excited though is the sink and the faucet. The water goes for a while and the sink is deep. It's not like hold the knob with one hand while you wash the other type thing. You can actually wash your hands in here. Okay, now the display. The entertainment system is very slow, unresponsive, and outdated. The screen is small and the resolution is low. However, it is still usable, and it does have recent movies that you can enjoy. Once you pick a movie, it plays just fine. Personally, I just put on the map, which was also very slow and glitchy, and left it alone. Since it was such a short flight, I was not bothered. Eventually the plane started descending. We got to enjoy some beautiful scenery coming into Boston, right up until the landing. Here are some clips. As we taxi, let me gather my thoughts on this short flight. The hard product, the plane and my preferred seat were great for this short flight. The flight attendants were also super nice. Of course, like many Air Canada passengers, I'd prefer to get to my destination without the delays. I think everyone leaving from Pearson right now on Air Canada should make sure they have a buffer in case your flight is delayed. All in all, I enjoyed this flight and I'm excited to explore Boston in the next few days.